everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all doing well. Yes, my voice is starting to come back. Hallelujah. It's been a couple weeks, but we are starting to get my vocals back in check, and hallelujah for that. I can finally say something without sounding like the Grudge from a horror film, which I am so happy about. But I wanted to put a disclaimer here first. You guys can already see, like, right off the bat, we are only 30 seconds in, and this building is already a thing. So what usually happens is what I also have explained in one of my previous builds. I believe it was the Japanese temple that I made not that long ago. If you want to go check that out, it will be somewhere maybe at the end of the video, or I will try and put it in the top right of the screen, or it'll be down in the description. It'll be at least one of those if you want to go check those out. I love it. I also have some really fun stories that I talked about on there. So if you're interested, I will have that in the top right. Now, so I was probably about 15 minutes in on actually building this, because usually what happens is I'll start building something, and if I like it, I'll start recording, and I'll kind of go from there. So I spent 15 minutes debating whether or not I would keep this build going. Because I just wasn't sure. I've done a huge building before, like kind of castle, kind of horror, kind of like Harry Potter type of vibes, which was way bigger than this. There was there was so much going on, and I really recommend it. I loved that build so much, and we have a lot of lore behind that building, and people are telling me, like, they message me, they're like, I'm having so much fun with this build. I love the lore behind it. So if you want to go check that one out too, I will also have it somewhere in the description. It was mostly about like wizards and vampires and all that stuff, so there is a lot backstory to that one. So if you want to go check that out, I highly recommend it. It's probably one of my most favorite builds that I've ever built. So yeah, this one here is definitely like an old school castle. I wanted it to be a werewolf type of thing, because obviously we are going to be getting the werewolf pack soon, and I know that they're going to be doing a live stream on The Sims for YouTube on Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, I don't know what that will be for anywhere else in the world, but if you are Eastern Standard Time anywhere like in Canada or in the United States, in some parts of the United States, I think you guys are Eastern Standard Time, I'm not 100% sure, but it would be 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for you guys. If you want to go check that out, it will be on The Sims YouTube. I'll also have that in the description if you want to go check that out, if I remember. If I don't, you can go yell at me and then I'll put it in for you guys. But yeah, I really wanted to do something for the werewolves, and I wasn't sure what, because I was like, okay, maybe I could do some like fantasy kind of forest, and I tried to do that and it looked cool, but then I was like, no, like it doesn't feel right. So then I was like, okay, fantasy, let's think about maybe like a village. And then I was like, no, because a village, yes, you can make a village, but I want something more like ba-bam. So I decided to make a castle. Now, of course, this castle is going to be a little bit dark, and it's not going to be like nice and pretty like a Disneyland type of thing, which I also want to do. I want to make a Disneyland, but this is kind of like the old school, very high class werewolves, and that's what I wanted. I have rooms on the second floor, and I also have a master on the second floor as well that's connecting to that I guess that like ramp, or what is that called, like a thingy that you walk across. What is it called? A bridge. Oh my god, it's called a bridge. But it's on the other side of that bridge, which I really like too. So I just wanted to have some lore, maybe some like high class werewolves that are still werewolves, but they're protected. They're more royalty, like the werewolves. They're high up class. They really they will only take you in if they see something in you. Like, I wanted some really high class werewolves. Now, I have this building on a 64 by 64 lot. That is my thing. If none of you guys are new, if you guys are new to my channel, hi, how's it going? My name is Jamie. I'm known on Simspiration on YouTube, and I love to build on 64 lots and long walks on the beach. I also enjoy eating a lot of grilled cheeses, which Bob's Pancakes would be so happy about. He'd be so proud of me. But my hips are not. But but I'm just joking. But I do like beaches. I think they're very nice. I want to get married on that one day. But I love making things on 64 by 64 lot. I know someone commented on my video. They're like, wow, you really like 64 by 64 lots, don't you? I was like, I do. And I feel like it would be a challenge just for me to do something smaller. I think my most recent speed build, it was like this Thailand / Vietnam inspired floating village. And I think it was like a 30 by 40 lot. So I think I did pretty okay. It's not too bad. I was hoping to have this video made a little bit earlier, but unfortunately I got into a car accident not that long ago, just a couple days ago, and I have just been so tired. Don't worry, I'm okay. It was a lot. The person didn't have their signal on and it just went wrong. But I'm okay. She's okay. But please be careful when you're driving. Please make sure to have your signals on. Even if you think the other person knows where you're going or you know where you're going, don't do last minute things. Just be careful. Take that extra second to make sure somebody is going the proper way. Even if you're not sure, just let them go through. Just be safe, okay? But anyway, I love the way that this building is turning out. I had such a hard time with the windows. I don't know what it was, but I love what I did here with the trees. I think that was so like interesting because I wanted it to have like this fall type of feel, but I loved the different color of roofs. I've never really done that before, and I thought it was so cute, and I think it looked really neat. It's definitely different, but I love the yellow trees, like the custom trees that I had made here, and I'm praying that the Sims for Werewolves pack has a 64 by 64 lot, or I will be so sad. I'll be so sad. I am working on the Friday where they do the live stream, so I won't even be able to watch live. So when I go home at like 8 o'clock, I'm going to be watching it, and then we can I don't know. I'm just so upset. But are you excited? What are your thoughts? What are you excited for? I am super excited and curious about the Create a Sim, or I guess Create a Werewolf for all that matter, with all of these occults. I saw someone post a photo of a hybrid. So it was like a werewolf / hybrid vampire. Like, what? Can we do that? That would be so cool. I want them to bring in fairies. I want them to bring in like zombies again. I think that was really fun. If you ever had The Sims 3, we had zombies. Yes, they were super weird, but I loved it. I loved that like on a full moon, they kind of like came out of the ground and you had to like protect your house from your Sims getting bitten by a zombie. And then in The Sims 3, I know they couldn't do a whole lot, so I am having high hopes. I know that might be scary, but I am having high hopes for the Sims 4 Werewolves. I don't know about you guys, but I am super excited. I also would love to redo the interior with the actual Werewolves pack, but a lot of it isn't really like royal. Isn't a lot of royal stuff. It's more grungy. So if you want to see me do some sort of like grungy thing, if you have any ideas, please let your girl know in the comments down below. Let's talk about it. Let's discuss, because I would love to do something. I just don't know what yet. So please, if you have any ideas, please let me know. I will definitely take it seriously into consideration. I love hearing some thoughts if anybody has any, because it really does help me out. So I don't know. I would love to know what you would love to see. Now with this, I definitely used just a couple of things from Cats and Dogs. I did put like a little statue. I'm assuming it would be like a, what is that thing that creepy people like do and they have like in their somewhere like in their room that's kind of like off limits, but it's just like a memorial kind of someone who's living, but like they're obsessed with them. It's really creepy. What is that called again? A shrine. That's what I was thinking. A shrine. Okay, so I kind of made like a memorial shrine kind of to like this dog on the other side of this building that you'll see. I want to do a little bit more. Obviously, we're gonna have this in 2 parts, I'm thinking. Yes, I'm sorry, but we're gonna have this in 2 parts. So this one will be out on Friday, and then the next one will be out on the following Monday. So it will be Friday part 1 and then Monday part 2. Now on part 2, I definitely want to do a whole lot more to the back because there is not much going on here. I want to put in like a little building for maybe like a little tomb area, I guess, because I kind of did that with my other castle type of build, but it was super detailed, and I just want this one to be detailed enough, but just enough that it kind of looks a bit like old and rusty, because these are werewolves. Like, yes, they live in a nice castle, yes, there is grounds, yes, there is that, and yes, there is that, but I don't want it to be super formal like the vampires. No, not the vampires, like the wizards, because I feel like the wizards are a little bit more classy than a werewolf. That's just me. I don't know. And vampires, I think, are probably the most classy out of all, but I could be wrong. I still haven't made like a vampire castle. I guess I've done like a spellcaster castle, which was the huge one that I built, and then now we have a werewolf. I completely went over vampires. I'm so sorry. I did not give the vampires their moment. Maybe I should do that in the future. I'm sorry, Vladdy Daddy. Not really, I don't know. But we are starting to get to the very end of the video. This is just part 1, so please, if you love to see where this goes, or if you'd love to take a look at some of my other builds, it would mean the absolute world to me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please maybe consider like, commenting, and subscribing, and stick around for the new video, the one that is coming out on Monday. So I will see you all then. Bye, guys.